Bestie. Hello. Hi. Welcome back to another session together. I was a little bit, just a little bit worried that you might skip tonight's session. Why? Well, because I don't know, I felt like last session you were upset with me. Yeah, like the way I talked about your dog and you. I threw a few insults here and there, and it was very unprofessional of me. So I was a little bit worried that you might decide not to attend the session. Also, my secretary is back and she's going to take some notes during our sessions again. I hope you don't mind that either. So, remember, since last session I told you that I wanted to play some games with you, and I still do, of course. But we're not gonna play all games in one session. Instead, we are going to, like, every few sessions we're gonna have a game, okay? Now, wait a minute. It's not just any game. It's a way, you could say, for me to understand certain things about you, or certain information or perspectives about you. Yeah, I might share the results with you at the end, or I might just not. The notes my secretary will take are private, but I might share them with you another time. Anyway, so today's game, I'm sure you are already familiar. Yeah, I sent you an email about what game we're going to play. It's word association. But it's not just any word association, no. It is typical. It is the typical word association game. But the point is not to have fun together. Like, wait, okay, you're misunderstanding, Bestie. What I'm trying to say. Yeah, you really piss me off, okay? Take a deep breath. Okay. I want to play word association with you to understand certain POVs that you have. It's going to be fun. Like, it's a simple word association game, but the objective of the game is for me to understand, like I told you, to understand certain things, and not to just play a game with your doctor and go home, right? That's not really helpful. Now, we're going to play this word association. I am going to give you a word, and then I want you to think of the first word or phrase or anything that crosses your mind the moment you hear the word. And I'm also going to share answers, so I'm gonna say a word, wait for you to come up with the first thing that crosses your mind when you hear that word, and then I'm gonna tell you what crossed my mind the moment I said the word, just to compare our answers and see how different or similar we are. What's the point? I already told you, Bestie. secretary is already taking notes about your behavior. Look, I don't want you to feel self-conscious, but I want you to understand that I am here to help you. So every exercise, every game, everything I do or play with you or tell you about, it's all for your own good and because you pay me to. Alright, my sessions are free. Yes, I forgot. Well, I'm just a starting doctor, so my sessions have to be free or no one will come. Anyway, yeah, so basically, again, word association. I'm gonna say a word. The first thing that crosses your mind, the moment you hear the word, I want you to tell me. And in exchange, I'll tell you what's the first thing that crosses my mind when I say the word. Yes, exactly. Are you ready? Okay, enough. But you took like around 7 minutes just to let me explain what we want to do today. You know that our session is only 20 minutes, right? Yeah, so when you waste my time, you're wasting your time. Okay, so the first word is butterfly. 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 So, tell me, Bestie, what's the first thing that crosses your mind when you hear the word butterfly? Wings. Okay, so the first thing that crosses your mind is wings. That's actually really good. I personally, when I hear the word butterfly, the first thing that crosses my mind is fly. Fly. Yeah, I know it's part of the word, like butterflies a fly, but you know, the same way you thought of the wings that help it to fly, I thought of the word fly, like butterflies can fly. Yeah, this is not going to work, Bestie. Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're not going to tell me the word, and instead you're going to write it down. Yes, you're going to write it down, and then after we're done with the game or the exercise, I'm going to see your answers and check them out. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the second word is... Oh my god, just give me a moment. I almost sneezed. So the second word is light. 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 Write down the first thing that crosses your mind when you hear the word light and say it to my secretary. Yeah, she's going to write it down for you. Yeah, I just realized you don't have a pen or a pencil. She's going to write it down for you and then she's going to show me. So what's the first thing that crosses your mind when you hear the word light? Light. 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 Okay, I see. So, I love the word you associated with light. I think it really reflects on the way you see things and the way you perceive certain matters in life. Okay, are you ready for the next word? I'm sorry, my secretary is like such an idiot. She just keeps making noises when we want to focus on the session. Okay, so the third word is travel. 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 Yes, travel. When you hear the word travel, what's the first thing that crosses your mind? Whisper to my secretary. She's going to write it down and show me. Yes, just show it to my, just say it to my secretary and she's going to show me. Yeah. Me. You're asking about me. What's the first word that crosses my mind? Well, when I hear the word travel, I associate it with dream because I've never traveled before. And the moment I hear the word travel, I'm like dreaming about me traveling someday. So the word I associate with travel is dream. Let me see what you associate it with, Bestie. Yeah, don't worry, my secretary, I told you, she's good to go. Doesn't share our secrets outside of the sessions. I see. Okay. That's actually very interesting. No, I'm not going to tell you what I mean by interesting. I'm just going to say that your answers right now, they are really intriguing. They are similar to what I would perceive to someone like you. Does that make sense? Like, I associate your answers with you, honestly. Yes. No, don't worry, this is not an evaluation. I repeat, this is not an evaluation. I told you, it's more of a fun game for me to understand you better. Now, our session has only 6 minutes left, so let's play more. The next word that I need you to answer is glass. What's the first thing that you associate with the word glass? Glass. Glass. You don't need to think too much. The first thing that crosses your mind the moment you hear it, even if it doesn't make sense, that's what you associate it with. Yeah. Me, the first thing that crossed my mind is empty. Yeah, glass, and it's empty basically. Yeah, that's the first word that crossed my mind. Let me see, what's the first word that crossed your mind? Wow, Bestie. Are you copying me? answers, and then I'm going to like evaluate it for you, or basically tell you what I understood or gathered from this game about you. Don't worry, there's nothing to fail or succeed in. Don't worry. So, the next word that for you to associate something with is paper. 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 The word is paper. What do you associate paper with? You really don't need to think much. Just the first word that crosses your mind is the word you associate this word with. Yeah. No, I want to see what your answer first before I tell you what I associate it with. Ooh, that's really similar to my answer. When I hear the word paper, the first thing that crosses my mind is book. Book, yeah. It's just, you could associate it with trees, with notebooks, with many things, but honestly, the first thing that crosses my mind when I hear the word paper is books. Books or book, whatever. Okay. The final word, or I'm not sure if it's the final. We'll see if our session can get us one more. The word is red. 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 What do you associate with the word red? Okay, fine. I'm gonna start first. Yeah, okay. Just whisper it first to my secretary so I make sure you're not just copying me. Okay. So, the word I associate red with is blood. Why the silence? Blood. Yeah, it's just the first thing that crosses your mind, even though my nose is red, my ears are red. But it's just I associate red with blood. But this is not a game for me, it's for you. Yeah, so write it down, show me what Bestie associates red with. Oh. Okay, Bestie. I guess that's the end of our session. I'm going to see you next session. Yeah, we couldn't play one more word because you yap a lot and you ask a lot, so I have to answer a lot. But anyway, I will let you know the evaluation next session once I gather all your answers in one box. Anyway, go home